Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tyler Henderson Show, episode effing 10, baby. Let's go. All right. I'm not sure. I think since it's episode 10, we're going to be letting the curse words fly. Don't worry. They'll be bleeped. But I also don't know. Happy Good Friday, everybody, right? Is that how you, I think that's how you say that. Happy Good Friday. A lot of years ago today, Jesus Christ gave his life for your and my sins and even your enemy's sins. So forgive. That's the moral of today's episode. That was actually unscripted and I'm really great. Actually rattled right off. Anyway, yeah, happy Good Friday. Today we're going to be talking about Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche. Attorney General Pam Bondi was fired and replaced with Todd Blanche, who is probably more than likely crooked, who's probably more than likely corrupt. And today I'm going to lay out some evidence as to why, because he's a sharp lawyer. Maybe he'll understand in a lawyer style explanation. Then we're going to talk about James Fishback, Sophie Rain. I'm so excited. I literally don't even care about the Attorney General. I don't care about the increased military budget. I just want to talk about James Fishback and Sophie Rain. That's amazing. That is so good. You know what a drought that we've been in for like drama and like stuff online. It's just been such a drought. There's been like nothing to talk about. It's been unbearably boring. I'm very excited to talk about that. And then our last thing we're going to talk about is the increased military budget that Trump asked for today. He asked for $1.5 trillion, son. That's insane. Then, as always, we're going to reply to the comments. Somebody left a school shooter style comment. It was like this long. Like, it was literally longer than my video. I mean, and it was very long. He brought up one good thing. He was right, and I didn't see it until I read his comment, and now I get it. I'm like, okay, you're right. But anyway, we're gonna get into the video finally. We're drinking that Ghost gas. It's America Pop. It's so good. I am such a patriot. Look at that. That's so good. Anyway. I sound like I'm coming down with something. I think it's just allergies. But anyway, we're going to talk about first. It's important to understand what the Attorney General does. And that is a lot. And it could be very helpful if Trump had an Attorney General who, say, was maybe his own personal defense lawyer. Who literally, okay, this is what they do. They lead the Department of Justice. It supervises and directs the entire DOJ, which includes the FBI, DEA, ATF, Federal Bureau of Prisons, U.S. Marshal Service, etc. It controls literally every, the whole DOJ. So, then it also enforces federal laws, and it serves as the president's chief legal advisor. So, if Trump, or any president, for that matter, has a question, they go to the Attorney General. The Attorney General is like, hey, this is constitutional. This is what you should do. He's a legal advisor, but he does a lot. He represents he or she, not to be sexist, it was Pam Bondi, and now it's Todd Blanche, but represents the United States in legal matters. And it also, like I said, it enforces federal laws. And so if, say, a president did something bad, a hypothetically corrupt Attorney General could be like, hey, so what? This is from CNN. It says, Pam Bondi was fired as U.S. Attorney General by President Donald Trump on April 2nd, 2026, after about 14 months in the role. She was confirmed and sworn in February of 2025. Trump announced it on Truth Social, saying Bondi would be transitioning to a much-needed and important new job in the private sector, to be announced later. He praised her work, but gave no detailed reason in the post. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, a former personal lawyer of Trump, is serving as acting AG in the interim, and not sure how to say that word. Call me illiterate. Lee Zeldin, I almost read that as Led Zeppelin. Lee Zeldin, current EPA head, has been mentioned as a possible permanent replacement. So, a little bit of a background on Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche is, he was the Deputy Attorney General, so he's a little guy. But anyway, he's the guy that ultimately led the charge, pushed for the full release of the Epstein files. He is the guy that you seen in the press conference when they first released him. He was the guy being like, we actually don't know anything, so we're just going to release him. And he was the guy that also said no redactions, but you see how that went. But Anyway, what I'm trying to say is he's the guy that was at the head of the charge saying, let's get the Epstein files out. No more of this pitter patter and no more of this pandering. We're going to push them out. So, and now, allegedly, Pam Bondi has been fired due to her handling of the Epstein files. Isn't that a little strange? Anyway, a lot of people think that Todd Blanche is corrupt. They call him Trump's fixer, right? And it's rightfully so. I mean, he was Trump's lead criminal defense attorney in the... Okay, so a lot of people think Todd Blanche is corrupt and they call him Trump's fixer. And I say rightfully so because he was Trump's lead criminal defense attorney in the hush money, classified documents, and the January 6 cases. Okay, that's really interesting. So maybe if Trump wanted a guy to literally scratch his balls, there's a guy right there that's already done it, right? Him and Todd, they must be tight, right? I mean, Trump had to pay him quite a bit of money and be pretty close with him to just, you know, trust him with Attorney General. Anyway, he's now the first modern acting Attorney General who was literally the president's lawyer. Kind of silly. The Epstein files contain references to Trump's flight logs, social ties, and some unverified 1980s allegations that the DOJ under Blanche Bondi says were investigated and dropped. That is so silly to me. That is silly because, in my own personal opinion, bringing Todd Blanche in as the Attorney General is like having your best friend as having the entire police department as your best friend. I really think that he's kind of like the mob's bookkeeper. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there will be any consequences for Trump's actions until November when they lose the midterms. But that's a whole other thing. His public posture right now is exactly what critics mean when they accuse him of acting as Trump's fixer. He's prioritizing closing the book on the Epstein files rather than anything that would give the administration any trouble. Anything that would cause any drama for the administration. He is just ignoring it. We totally forgot to show you a clip of Todd Blanche. We're going to do that now. Hopefully we can just move it over to when I was talking about Todd Blanche. Hopefully we can move this whole thing over to whenever I was talking about Todd Blanche. But if not, we're just going to put it in because this is an important thing. This shows you how witty that Todd Blanche is. And if he's witty like this, how corrupt could he possibly be? Or how corrupt could he be? Let's see. He's a sharp guy, I'm telling you.
Thank you. You said this is the end of the Epstein, of your review of the Epstein files. So just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
I mean, you just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
Well, I mean, they're the
You don't understand?
men who abused the young women through Epstein's,
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them, right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this.
What are you, fucking retarded? You don't understand that? That's a really tough one for you, Todd? Well, and if you had the identity of these men, like if we had some secret lists, you do have a secret list. You have Donald Trump's mind. Donald Trump was literally there. Your buddy, the guy you're going to be protecting for the rest of this administration, he was literally there. And if he wasn't there, if he wasn't involved in this terrible, terrible thing, he knows people that were. So you have a way to get the information that you need, and don't tell me that you don't. Can we stop playing stupid for 1 second? Can we all stop playing stupid and tell me that there's not a clear and easy way to get the names of everybody was there, and his name rhymes with Ronald Rump? He was literally there. Can we not play stupid? Actually, can we not play stupid? Donald Trump was Epstein's right-hand man, right? It sure is what it looks like from all the pictures, all the emails, all of the flight logs. Looks like Donald Trump and Epstein were pretty close. whether he knew what was going on, whether he didn't, Donald Trump knows stuff that went down there. He's not an idiot. And if he doesn't know, then he knows people that would know. He could lead you, ghost working. He could lead you directly to the people that do know. You guys just don't care. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, right? Like, can we just not play stupid for 1 second? Please, I'm begging you. Bottom line is the same issue that Pam Bondi got fired over is now Blanche's problem to handle. His first action as Attorney General, we're gonna just ignore, we're gonna declare the Epstein files saga over. It's literally what he said. He said here, declare the saga over with Epstein. That aligns perfectly with protecting Trump. That aligns perfectly with being corrupt. That is why people are saying he's corrupt. Well, it's not just that. I mean, he's sharp. He's a very sharp man. I'll give him that. He's smart. He is a great attorney, right? And I'm sure that he thinks just like an attorney. Went to law school, smart guy. Very, very smart guy. Okay, that is arguably who you would want as Attorney General, right? But not if he is corrupt, not if he is crooked, and I think that he is. Maybe he'll sue me. Maybe I'm saying something wrong and he'll sue little Tyler Henderson, whose voice is just going through it with allergies, but we'll see. Hopefully not. I think he's crooked, and we're going to be following the situation closely because I think that this is important. I think this is very important that we may have literally a corrupt Attorney General, and this may have all been set in motion when Blanche pushed for the release of the Epstein files because Pam Bondi did terribly over that. Pam Bondi handled that horribly. Terrible. Anyway, so will he protect Trump? I think absolutely. I don't know. I just gave you some quick facts like he was his personal attorney, and basically anything that could hurt the administration so far, him and Bondi have thrown out. So Bondi's not exactly goody two-shoes either. Bondi was probably pretty corrupt too, but I don't know. I never paid attention to Pam Bondi. Only guy that's ever had any relevance was the other attorney. What was he? He was like Deputy Attorney General. Yeah, this Todd Blanche guy is the only guy that's had any relevance since the Trump campaign or Trump administration has started this go around. So anyway, now I think that we'll talk about the increased military budget first because it is incredibly boring and I want to get out of the way, and I really, really, really am itching to talk about Sophie Rain and James Fishback. That is so great. But anyway, so today Trump asked for an increase in the military budget of $1.5 trillion, son. That is the most since World War II. That is the most increase. It'd be the biggest increase since World War II. Dog. All right. Just to let you know, there's a reason for that. And there's a way that I think a lot of Americans would be on board, and there's a way that a lot of Americans would not be okay with that. And the way they would not be okay with that is if we continue down the terrible, horrible, stupid path that we've been on of buying all of our weapons. We buy every weapon that we have. We don't produce weapons. We don't manufacture weapons. We don't do anything. We just buy everything now. Now, if you take that $1.5 trillion and you put so much of it towards manufacturing weapons, making our own weapons, making us not reliable on any other country, not reliable on any other nation to get military equipment, things like that. You take that $1.5 trillion or however much of it, and you start making our own manufacturing of weapons, and you start our own production of weapons to maybe even sell. Maybe we start selling the weapons. Badass. I am all for that. Let's go, right? That would be amazing. That is the clear, smart path, right? To produce our own weapons. Now, you take that $1.5 trillion and you go out and you buy other countries, you give money to other countries who we could possibly be in a war with any day because, whatever, it's 2026. War's not a big deal, I guess. You go and you buy other weapons. You go and continue to buy weapons. You don't do anything to help our country. I'm going to be pretty upset. If you continue buying weapons from other countries and not... We used to be a industrial country. We used to make things. We used to not just buy everything from China. Literally go to the store. Everything's made in China. You don't see anything that's made in America. Okay? Including our weapons. All of our weapons come from everywhere else. We don't really make any weapons. I mean, I'm sure we make a few, but not nearly at the scale that we need to, right? Anyway, we're going to move on because let's get to the real news. Let's get to the real news. Piers Cuck Morgan, James Goat Fishback, and Sophie Slut Rain. Let's go. Okay, so now we're going to talk about, Piers Cuck Morgan, James Goat Fishback, Sophie Slut Rain. And I'm really excited because this is great, right? James Fishback is going to hopefully be governor of Florida, next governor of Florida. And I know you're wondering, Tyler, why do you care about Florida? You live in Oklahoma. Dude, this guy should be the president. This guy is the GOAT. This guy has aura. He's everything that you want for a president. Okay? And then Piers Morgan, a lot of you probably know who Piers Cuck Morgan is. What you don't know is his wife, professional slut, all right? Posts on Instagram with some black dude, and she's like, when Mr. Piers is away, Mr. Suds comes out to play, and it's like some black dude in a Speedo washing her car. No, I'm not, he's laughing, and I'm not kidding. It's a real post. We'll find it. We'll pull it up. Pull up her Instagram, and then he's got one that's like her in bed with some guy, and she's like, so-and-so is such a good pillow talker or something like, and pillow talking is when you have an intimate conversation after getting railed. And then she's got one, she's like literally pointing at a guy's dick and is like implying that she sucked it. It's Piers, why do you allow this? Piers Cuck Morgan. He's just such a cuck. Like he's white, he white knights for every girl. Like even if they don't respect him at all, he just white knights for them. Like he says that he loves strong, independent women, and it's like, dude, shut up. How about that? How about literally nobody cares what you have to say, Piers? How about every single time that I see a video of Piers Morgan, and I'm gonna have you add this clip in, every time I see a video of Piers Morgan, I think of that Kanye West clip where he said, hey boy. that stuff is gold, dude. I'll have him throw the clip in. Oh, I literally just looked up Piers Morgan's wife. And she's such a slut, I don't even know her name. Go to that page right there. Like Celia Walden. Celia Slut Walden. Yeah, it doesn't even have Morgan as her last name because she's such a strong, independent woman that likes to f other guys. You'll have to bleep that. Sorry, it's Good Friday. But yeah, this behavior is unacceptable. In bed with Rupert Everett, and let me just say, this the man. Let me just say this. Oh, let me. Fucking retard, Tyler. Okay, restart that. Okay. This is unacceptable. In bed with Rupert Everett, and let me just say this. The man has good pillow talk. Full interview in today's Telegraph. Piers, why are you allowing her to do this? Why? You're such a cuck. I bet you were stroking it to this, dude. You're worthless, Piers. And then here you got Mr. Suds. When the husband's away, Mr. Suds comes to play. Are you okay? Like, this is stupid. This is just pure, open, I'm a slut behavior. And that's stupid. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. And there's another one on here where she's like, she's posting a picture with some guy and she's like, don't rush home, Mr. Piers. You're a worthless woman. Anyway, now pull up the video. Pull up the two videos that I bookmarked on X. There's two. Do the other one first. So, Sophie Rain. I'm sure you know who Sophie Rain is because this generation has a crippling porn addiction. And Sophie Rain is an adult content creator, and do not call her a porn star because she's not. She's an adult content creator, and yeah, James Fishback has pledged that if he's elected mayor or governor of Florida, he will impose a 50% sin tax on all adult content creators, and then give it to public school teachers. Can we do that? Can we do that across the whole country, maybe? Because Sophie Rain has made like $100 million in 2 years. She's 21 years old. Outrageous. Anyway, all right, you can play that video now.
Yeah. If you could make the money doing something else, would you quit?
I want to go to school for real estate and get out of it. I started as a trauma response to something I went through when I was younger.
I'm sorry about that.
I did see eventually that it was really harmful, and I don't want to be in it, but I have done it. Thank you.
A lot of women go into doing the OnlyFans or the adult content because there's trauma there, there's a financial need. If you're a mom, you have an 8-year-old son, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel like you can't do school and you have to do OnlyFans to pay for it. It's not a war against women, it's a war against a platform that exploits, commodifies, and objectifies women. We gotta get rid of it, right? We're gonna make sure that you have the ability to do that here in Florida. We come back in a year, I hope you'll be off that platform. You'll be selling houses over Dade County, getting people into their dream homes and getting them moved in, okay?
Thank you.
If you could make the money doing
play the next one. Sophie Rain says she doesn't get involved in politics very much. And it's like, well, you shouldn't. You have $100 million. You don't know what it's like for normal people. But since she can't help herself but getting into politics, I would not be surprised, because of the way that Sophie Rain is, I would not be surprised if in a week she endorses James Fishback. Wouldn't be surprised. Would not blow me away. Anyway, hit play.
If you want to keep doing this,
I'm right
then we're going to take
Fishback's
50% of what you earn and we're going to use it to raise public school teacher pay. Our public school teachers are not getting paid enough. We're going to use this as a resource to fund the empowerment of young women who have signed up to do something dignified, with all due respect, unlike you, and be a public school teacher, educating, inspiring, and motivating
Do you know what,
the
James?
next generation.
You know what? Here's what I would say. I've got to end this
James,
debate.
here's what I would say. I want you to fuck my wife.
And you both made good points. But honestly, that last statement you made was so pompous and patronising. Honestly, who are you to be the great moral arbiter of what young women do with themselves legally in the United States? Who are you to say if you become governor, you're going to take half her money in a state where they don't have even state income tax? It's like there's a real arrogance to this, that you've decided you are the moral arbiter of every Floridian. And it may be why you're trailing so badly in the polls. And Sophie, the good news for you is don't worry about it, because he's not going to win. So you're not going to end up giving Mr. Fishback any money for his plans, much as it would be great to put more money into teachers in public schools. Of course it would be. But it won't be coming from you, Sophie Rain, because he ain't going to win.
Well, if I'm not going to win, Sophie Rain can put a $5 million bet on Poly Market.
My political instincts are very good, and I'm afraid the way the polls look at the moment, James Fishback, to quote my favourite phrase, you have two hopes, no hope and Bob hope. But miracles can happen in politics, and I wish you all the best. Sophie Rain, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Miracles can happen in politics, like you getting involved.
Continued success. I think women should better do what they want with themselves.
I think women should be able to do what they want, especially my wife. She can fuck any black guy she wants.
Confines of the law, and so should you, James.
We're going to change the law, and we are going to change the law, Piers.
Well, we'll see about that. If you win, you can try.
If I win, Sophie Rain's going to owe me $50 million, and I'm going to raise teacher pay all over the state. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to proudly do it, because in Florida, we don't let our women be exploited by OnlyFans degeneracy. We inspire them to be something more. And Sophie, there's still more time. There's still time left for you to quit OnlyFans and do something dignified. I say that with love. I've never attacked you personally. I truly want what's best for you and your family.
Sophie, let me answer that, because I think one of you will be quitting.
Sophie, let me do everything but take care of my wife.
Job, and it won't be you, and it won't be me. I've got to leave it there. Thank you.
Like, Piers Morgan's such a cuck. Find some more clips from that. Oh yeah, we want to read some of the comments from that last one, but find some more clips from that video, bro, because I need to go home and watch that whole video. I could go on for hours about James Fishback.
If you want to keep doing this,
no homo or nothing, but that guy is like beautiful. Like that guy, and not like looks wise. He's just a beautiful person. Like, great. And I really, really, really hope that he wins Florida, and then I hope he runs for president. Really, like if Florida doesn't welcome him with open arms, we as Americans will welcome you for the presidency in 2028. How old is he? Yeah. 31, bro, maybe not. No, not in time for 2028, but 32, you're in, son. But anyway, yeah, and he's like so anti-APAC. Find the video of him talking about APAC where he's like, you should never vote for a candidate. Took money from. He's so goated. He's so so much aura. Like, I love that guy. Yeah, that one. Yep.
Cap, we are a country of pioneers and settlers.
Yeah! Fucking A right, James.
Fucking A right, James. That's what I say every day.
I am going to quote esteemed American philosopher.
That's too long in the video.
That James.
Yeah.
But yeah. But no, there's a part in that video where he's like, you should never vote for a political person if they've taken money from APAC. He's so goated, dude. Play that one. How long is that one? Okay, well, yeah, anyway, you guys should definitely go watch that Piers Morgan video, because I know what I'm doing tonight. I'm watching that video. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I would love to watch him just dominate that porn star, not sexually, but politically. And okay, that one's probably it.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yes.
The way they treat Christians in Israel is disgraceful. If Christians are not welcome in Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu is not welcome in Florida.
Aura. Dude, he's such a go. And then immediately after that video, because that was a recent video, immediately after that video, Rabbi Shmuley, retard, comes out and he's like, if James Fishback wins in Florida, no Jews will be allowed in Florida. Oh my god. And yeah. Anyway, pull up the comments on Piers Cuck Morgan's video, because these are gold, dude. Yeah, and then we'll do our comments. Brothers. It's a good movie. Piers, I'm Catholic, Morgan. I don't understand the reference there. I'm sure Piers is anti-tin tax. After all, it could hurt his wife and Mr. Suggs. See, it's common knowledge that he's a straight cuck. Yeah, I wouldn't describe it as... Yeah, Sophie Rain literally said in that video, I wouldn't describe it as pornographic content. I would describe it as adult content. Like, stupid slut. Anyway, Piers really said, I viewed your work, Sophie. Piers stopped watching his wife and the pool boy to film this. Yeah, he's such a cuck. Piers really white knighting for Sophie. He does it for any woman. Does not matter if she is his wife who cheats on him religiously, or if it's Sophie Rain who is immoral. And it's like, porn itself should be illegal. Porn is actually not accessible in like 20 states here in the United States. I think it's only accessible. No, I'm being serious. Oh. Stop buying Pierce's wife to watch this, bro. We've all had her. We've all had Selena or whatever her name is. Sorry, but as a father, I would not want this for my daughter. What you mean? Yeah, I'm only 21 and haven't thought about kids yet. Society is cooked. Yeah, but it's common knowledge that Piers Morgan gets cheated on. And yeah. Yeah, Piers Morgan genuinely doesn't understand what an analogy is. Piers' moral system is apparently whatever the current law is. Yeah, but anyway, he is such a cuck. He's disgraceful. And the reason I don't like Piers is because it actually started a long time ago for me. Like, whenever he had Kanye West on his show. And he just, like, Piers Morgan is such, like, he asks good questions, but he does it in a way that is just not respectable. Like, he asks good questions, but doesn't give that person time to answer, and he cuts them off and he interrupts. Yeah, pull that video up, please. The one where he's like, hey, boy. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. This video, every time I see Piers Morgan, this is what I think of.
Okay, but why would any of that? Okay, but why would any of that? Why would any of that?
Bro, I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey, boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm gonna finish my sentence.
That's how I'm gonna start doing when people
Nothing you're
interrupt
saying
me.
has got
Hey,
anything
boy. Hey, boy, don't treat me like a boy then. Yeah, blackface and all. Anyway. Oh, let's go. 9 likes. All right, so here's the comments from last video. Now, it is Good Friday, so for the hate comment in particular, you're lucky. You caught me on a good day. I'm not gonna humiliate you. I need to, but it's Good Friday. No, it's Good Friday. I'm gonna honor Jesus' sacrifice, and I'm going to try to treat you, I'm going to do my best to treat you with humility. Facts. Thank you for the comment, Lil Demon 420. Lil Demon. These are my fans. Lil Demon 420. Really? This is the kind of people that watch my show. Lil Pothead 420. Okay. We all seen that video of the guy on the plane. What video? What guy on the plane? You talking about, dude? Just like that. Cover's blown. Who cares though? Still gonna keep commenting since it helps push the video into the For You page. Lone Ghost. Lone Goat. Today, he goes to Green Country with me. Yeah, Lone Goat. Yeah. Yeah. He goes to Green Country with me. Today, I'm standing there with my friends in the parking lot, and I hear, Tyler Henderson! Who the fuck? Who was that? Look over. Old woman smoking a fag, yelling at me, cigarette in her hand and everything, bro. She said, get over here. And I thought it was somebody gonna be mad. And I said, hey, attitude. And I started walking over there like a good boy. And get over there, and she goes, I just want you to know, I won't say his name, the Lone Ghost thinks very highly of you. And I said, really? What do you think about me? And she was like, I can't repeat what she said other than she said, one day I was fixing him some supper and he was watching your video on the TV and I had to stop fixing him supper and I ended up watching the whole video and I loved it. I loved it. I love you. What are you talking about next, honey? And I was like, Piers Cuck Morgan, Sophie Slut Rain, James Goat Fishback. We're going to talk about the operation. She said the Iran war. I said, girl, you know it. Girl, you know it. And then we dapped up. Yeah. Then we dapped up. I walked away and she said, I'll be watching tonight. I said, thank you for your support. All right. So, man, here is the hate comment. And I just want to start this out by saying, I really don't mean to offend anybody. I don't mean to offend anyone, but when you have such little crybabies like yourself and you want to leave hate comments that are longer than my whole video, and it's not even that it's a hate comment. I like the criticism. I want to know what people think. I want to know an honest opinion of my show. You think I'm an idiot? Say that, and I'll work on it. But anyway, we're going to read this. And you left you hit the enter over and over, so I guess I'll pause at everyone and reply to you. Like I said, you did leave one good point, and I do agree, and I shouldn't have said this because you're right. Anyway, leaving your car unlocked is basically inviting someone to take it. Is it? Are you a thief? So if I leave my car unlocked, you think it's okay for someone to just steal from me? Okay, that's cool. Anyway, I don't know why you turned that off. No, we're rolling with it. We'll stay in the little corner. Why are you criticizing the No Kings protests if you don't like Trump? The goal is to hold him accountable for his actions, including concerns about war. Also, why focus on what people look like? That doesn't really matter. So, I do oppose Trump. I absolutely do, because Trump is a sellout. Trump is not what he was. The No Kings protests are pointless. If you want to actually achieve anything, you should organize something a little bit more organized. Or go to the Capitol. January 6th at MF. We did it. We did it. We went to the Capitol. We stormed the Capitol. We didn't achieve anything, but it wasn't organized. Okay? And we paid for it anyway. But anyway, the No Kings protests accomplished nothing. And come on, bro. You're telling me that blue-haired lady wasn't funny? That's why I talked about what they looked like. It does matter. It's funny. Anyway, the $2,000 stimulus point was about how often Trump has been accused of being misleading. And when it comes to serious allegations about him, those are things that people are going to ask questions and discuss. Yes, obviously. Okay. Yes. This is the point that I think you're right about. And I'll say, hey, my bad. You're right. Alex Preddy was carrying a legal firearm at a protest and was still killed, which raises real concerns. Situations that like that deserve consistency. When people talk about the Second Amendment rights, it's hard not to notice how selective Republicans can be about that. You're right. That is the one that when I read it, I was like, all right, man, you're right. Honestly, that was me trying to land a joke. Probably didn't land. You're right. He didn't do anything wrong by having that gun. But I'm not going to tell you that Alex Preddy was, I almost said Alex Jones. I'm not going to tell you that Alex Preddy was a saint. No, did he deserve what happened to him? Don't know. I wasn't there. If he was treating those officers with, what I will tell you about Alex Preddy is the law enforcement were very familiar with him because of how he'd been behaving. I mean, there's a video. I'm sure you can find it. There's a video of Alex Preddy having a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old, beating the snot out of police cars, spitting on police officers, raising hell. There is a video of that. Have you seen that? There's that video. So I'm not going to tell you that Alex Preddy was a saint, but I'm not going to tell you that he deserved what happened to him. Absolutely not. Nobody deserves to die, right? Your point about the firearm, you're right. There should be consistency. Second Amendment, absolutely he had that right to carry that gun. For sure. Absolutely. So I retract. No, I don't retract my statement. It was funny. It was funny. But you're right. There should be consistency on the Second Amendment. And yes, Republicans are selective about that. You're right. So anyway, the white males are the black sheep comment came off more like bait than anything meaningful. Well, I mean, it was bait. I'm a rage baiter. I'm a troll. Got you good, buddy. You literally left a comment like this. You left a comment like longer than my video. So it was bait and it worked. I'm literally reeling you in, son. Yeah. The joke? Yeah. Yeah. The joke about TSA? This is your head, bud. This is the joke. Right over your head. You're like, it's like you literally sat, you had nothing better to do with your life and you sat there and you watched my whole video. I was talking, you're like, huh? Yeah, you're probably one of the liberals that were at the No King protest. You're probably the one that we zoomed in on. That's probably what it was. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the TSA didn't exist during 9/11. I can tell you didn't know that one. Got me. Got me good. You're an idiot, dude. Okay. Humble love and humility. Okay. As for the government shutdown, there has been reports that Republicans have blocked multiple efforts to reopen the government. Yeah, I said that. I said Republicans and Democrats. I said Republicans and Democrats. Republicans and Democrats. Republicans and Democrats should reach an agreement. I didn't say it was all the leftist scum's fault. I didn't say that. No, it's definitely partly it's definitely Republicans' fault as well. They can draw up an agreement just as well as the Democrats can. Yes, good one. The idea of the New World Government is so stupid. You're so stupid. Oh. Literally, you sat there and you watched my whole video. This is like in chronological order of my last video. And you just you just had a rebuttal for everything I said, didn't you? Also, the edgy jokes about race, sexuality just don't land. They're cringe, and I hope they bite you in the future. See, you're like, what did I truly do to you for you to say something like that? Like, it's not even racist to wear a Burger King hat. Okay? Burger King has nothing to do with race, religion, sexuality, nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it would be different if my race and sexuality jokes came from a place of hate, but they don't. They don't. Like, if I actually hated certain races or sexualities, that'd be different, but I don't. They're just lighthearted jokes, and it's a joke, not a dick. Maybe you shouldn't take it so hard. I don't know what to tell you. You hope they bite me in the future? Dude, yeah, you're mad. Johnny 2001. Yeah, you literally mad. You mad. Literally, you mad. That one got more likes than yours. Don't even like his comment. Yeah, the two-word statement, conjunction two-word statement, got more likes than your entire book, your essay, your hate speech. Like, Jesus, dude, that is, oh, said the Lord's name in vain. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, like, you are mad. You're mad. And that's funny. You said that the whole video, you said that the white males came off as bait thing. The whole video came off as bait, bro. Let's look at your YouTube. Well, no, I already looked. Actually, it's got 0 subscribers. So that's cool. You joined big guy, big tough guy is going to leave a hate comment this long and not even be a big enough guy to leave his name. Leave me your name and number. We'll get on the phone. You can be a live caller. We'll literally do a live show. We'll do a live show. You can call in. You can be on the show. Big guy. Can't even leave your name. It's people like you that make me mad. You want to leave that hate comment and you don't even want to tell me your name. You don't even want to give me a chance to shoot back at you. Anyway, I think that concludes it. Is that the only comments? Yeah. So big guy, get back with, reply to his comment and tell him that we're gonna, well, after the video is uploaded, tell him to come watch this video because I want your number. I want you to call. You can be a live caller. You can be my first ever live caller on the show and we'll talk about it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Christ is King. Happy Good Friday. Goodbye.